AITA for ruining a hibachi dinner. I 52F and my husband 49M have been together for over 20 years. He has been out of work, but I make enough to keep us afloat. Last week was really stressful for me at work. I was initially blamed for something my predecessor did, which caused a lot of meetings, calls, and emails before the situation got straightened out. I was scared I might lose my job, and when Friday night rolled around, all I wanted was a quiet night at home. My husband, however, wanted to go to his favorite hibachi restaurant. We rarely go out to eat these days, but I was exhausted and really not in the mood. He kept insisting, saying, "All you have to do is sit there and eat." After some back and forth, I decided to give in and said okay. The hibachi place was loud and crowded, which added to my stress. Since it was just the two of us, we didn't have to wait long and got seated with a boisterous group of 6 people. The chef came out and, while cooking, looked directly at me and asked if I was okay. I nodded and said, "Yes, I'm fine, thank you." He nodded back and went on to banter with the group of 6. A few minutes later, the chef turned to me again and asked if I was okay. I assured him, "Yep, I'm good." He then said, "You don't look like you feel good." I've been told before that I have a resting bitch face, so I tried to smile and reassured him I was fine. He turned back to the group of 6, but then glanced at me again and said, "Are you mad?" I was caught off guard and replied, "Nope." He grinned at the group, and then to me, he said in an exaggerated, comic tone, "Are you sure you're not mad? Are you mad at me?" The group of 6 chuckled. Then, one of the women in the group of 6 said, "Oh, don't worry about her. She's just rent." This is where I might be the asshole, because I didn't hear what she actually said after that, due to some noise that drowned out her words for me. All I know is that after she finished her sentence, both the chef and the group laughed heartily while looking at me. At that point, I felt mortified. After such a rough week, I could feel myself turning red and tearing up. I told my husband to box up my food because I'd be waiting in the car for him. As I started getting out of my chair, my husband hissed at me to sit down, telling me to stop making a scene. I told him, "I'm not going to sit here and be made fun of." He replied, "Nobody's making fun of you. Just eat your dinner." In the end, I stayed and sat through the remainder of the meal. The mood at the table shifted, things became much quieter, with communication reduced to hushed voices and gestures. Nobody lingered after the food was served, and everyone, myself included, boxed up their meals to go and left. When we got to the car, my husband complained that I'd ruined dinner. I asked him what the woman at the table had said about me after her comment. "Don't worry about her. She's just..." My husband initially brushed it off, saying it was nothing and it wasn't anything to get mad about. I kept pressing him to tell me exactly what she said, and he finally admitted that he hadn't heard her either. He added that it didn't matter and said it wasn't worth ruining dinner for everyone at the table. AITA? Discuss in the comment section below, and I'll pin the most upvoted comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to hear more stories animated and read by AI.